Hello everyone, I'm Abhishek Yadav. Welcome to Vocabulary Class Set 1. This series is for all of you preparing for competitive exams where a strong vocabulary can make a real difference. Today, we'll focus on high-frequency words that often appear in exams like Ssc Cgl, Chsl, and banking. We'll cover meanings, synonyms, antonyms, and practical usage, so you truly understand, not just memorize. Grab your notebook and get ready to boost your vocabulary for exam success. Let's dive in. Our first word is embellish, spelled E-M-B-E-L-L-I-S-H. This word is both elegant and practical, and it's a wonderful addition to your vocabulary. When you hear the word embellish, think about making something plain into something special, just by adding a little extra detail or flair. To embellish means to make something more beautiful or interesting by adding details, like decorating a cake with icing and sprinkles. Imagine a simple cake and then picture how much more appealing it looks once it's covered in colorful frosting, shiny sprinkles, and maybe even a cherry on top. That's embellishing in action. There are many words that mean something similar to embellish. Synonyms include decorate, enhance, garnish, adorn, and ornament. Each of these words suggests adding something extra to make things more attractive or appealing. For example, you might say, the ceiling was embellished with flowers and leaves. This means the ceiling wasn't just plain. It was made beautiful with artistic decorations. But embellish isn't just for objects. You can also embellish a story. This means adding extra details, sometimes true, sometimes exaggerated, to make the story more entertaining or dramatic. Think of a storyteller who adds exciting twists to keep the audience interested. Antonyms, or words with the opposite meaning, include deface, blemish, spoil, belittle, and understate. These words mean to take away from something's beauty or to make it less impressive. Here's another example. He embellished his story about the fish he caught. Maybe the fish was small, but in his story, it becomes a giant. Remember, to embellish is to add beauty, excitement, or interest, whether you're talking about objects, stories, or even your own writing. It's a creative way to make things stand out and capture attention. Try practicing by using embellish in your own sentences. Think about how you can add details to make your descriptions more vivid and engaging. The more you use this word, the more natural it will feel, and soon you'll find yourself embellishing your language with ease. Now that you know how to embellish your words and stories, let's move on to the next word and keep building your vocabulary. Next up is prodigal, P-R-O-D-I-G-A-L. Prodigal means spending money or resources recklessly, being wasteful. Synonyms: profligate, lavish, extravagant, spendthrift, squanderer. Antonyms: economical, frugal, thrifty, conserving, parsimonious. Example: the prodigal landlord spends money as fast as he receives it. Prodigal describes someone who lets resources slip away carelessly. It can also refer to a phase. He who was formerly a prodigal became wise. Use prodigal to describe wasteful habits or people. Try making a sentence about someone you know or a fictional character who is prodigal. Let's keep going. Our third word is repudiate, R-E-P-U-D-I-A-T-E. This word carries a sense of strength and finality. When you repudiate something, you're not just disagreeing quietly or ignoring it, you're making a clear public statement that you refuse to accept it. Imagine standing up in front of a group and saying, I do not agree with this and I want everyone to know it. That's the power behind the word repudiate. To repudiate means to reject or refuse to accept something, often publicly and forcefully. It's not just a simple no, it's a strong, sometimes even dramatic refusal. You might repudiate an accusation, a belief, or even a relationship if you want to make it clear that you want no part of it. Synonyms for repudiate include deny, disown, refute, disclaim, disavow, and renounce. Each of these words shares the idea of turning away from something or refusing to accept it, but repudiate is often the most formal and emphatic of them all. Antonyms are words with the opposite meaning, such as accept, espouse, adopt, affirm, corroborate, and avow. If you accept or espouse an idea, you're welcoming it, not pushing it away. Repudiate is all about drawing a clear line and saying, this is not for me. Here's an example. The company had to repudiate the claims made in its advertisement. In this case, the company isn't just saying the claims are untrue, they're officially and publicly rejecting them, making it clear to everyone that they do not stand by those statements. Repudiate is stronger than just saying no. It's a formal rejection. Think of a judge in a courtroom, a business leader in a meeting, or a teacher making a point in class. When they repudiate something, they're making a decision that's meant to be noticed and respected. Another example, the evidence presented at the trial was repudiated. This means the evidence was not just ignored, but officially dismissed and declared unacceptable by the court. Repudiation often has serious consequences, especially in legal or professional settings. Use repudiate when you want to express a strong official denial. It's the perfect word for situations where you need to make your position clear and leave no room for doubt. Whether you're speaking in public, writing an essay, or responding to a claim, repudiate shows you mean business. Practice using it in a sentence about a public figure or a news event. For example, the politician repudiated the allegations during the press conference. Try to think of situations in your own life where you might need to repudiate something. Maybe a rumor, a false accusation, or an idea you strongly disagree with. Remember, repudiate is a powerful word that helps you communicate strong rejection. Use it wisely, and you'll make your statements stand out. On to the next word. Our fourth word is dawdle, D-A-W-D-L-E. This word might sound playful, but it describes a habit that can quietly steal away your precious time. Imagine you have an important assignment due, but instead of getting started, you find yourself rearranging your desk, checking your phone, or simply staring into space. That's dawdling in action. Dawdle means to waste time or move slowly, often when you should be hurrying. It's what happens when you let distractions take over, and suddenly, hours have slipped by with little to show for it. Whether you're at work, at school, or even getting ready in the morning, dawdling can make simple tasks take much longer than they should. Some useful synonyms for dawdle include amble, loiter, linger, trifle, and fiddle around. These words all suggest moving or acting without urgency, often when there's something more important you should be doing. On the other hand, antonyms for dawdle are rush, hasten, barrel, exert, and travail. These words describe moving quickly, working hard, or putting in effort to get things done efficiently and on time. Here's an example. Do not dawdle, you have to finish this work on time. This sentence is something you might hear from a teacher, a boss, or even a parent when they notice you're not making progress as quickly as you should. Dawdling is the opposite of being focused and efficient. When you're focused, you get things done quickly and with purpose. But when you dawdle, you let your mind wander and your tasks pile up. Another example, stop dawdling, we need to reach the campsite before dark. This shows how dawdling can affect not just you, but also the people who are counting on you to keep up. Use dawdle to describe unproductive slowness, especially when it leads to missed deadlines or frustration for yourself and others. It's a word that captures the feeling of time slipping away while you're not making progress. Try using it in a sentence about a task you tend to put off. For example, I always dawdle when it's time to clean my room. Recognizing when you dawdle can help you become more aware of your habits and find ways to be more productive. So, next time you catch yourself moving slowly or getting distracted, remember the word dawdle and challenge yourself to stay focused and finish strong. Let's finish with our last word. Our final word is gregarious, G-R-E-G-A-R-I-O-U-S. Gregarious describes someone who is sociable, outgoing, and enjoys being with others. Synonyms: sociable, outgoing, extroverted, companionable, cordial, amiable. Antonyms: antisocial, introverted, reclusive, aloof, reticent, taciturn. Example: he was a popular and gregarious man. Gregarious people thrive in groups and social situations. It can also describe animals. Dolphins are gregarious animals that live in pods. Use gregarious to describe anyone who loves company. Make a sentence about a friend or animal that is gregarious. That wraps up our vocabulary set. That's the end of vocabulary class set 1. Today we learned embellish, prodigal, repudiate, dawdle, and gregarious. Review these words, make your own sentences, and use them in daily life. Practice is key. Repetition will help you remember. Subscribe for more vocabulary sessions and exam tips. Keep working hard and believe in yourself. See you in the next class. Jai Hind.